fine day? It feels real silly, especially when you're trying to conduct it. Hello. Doug? Isaiah, you good? All right, time for the big show. Something about turtles swimming inside.
I think you should do the dance. I think it'd be a good idea.
Should I mention that all of my bosses, all of them, are going to be walking by in procession to each other.
Only the bosses, though. It's not going to be as long as
Hey, remember, watch for cues. You never know where we might land. That timing was perfect. Here we go.
Good morning. Welcome to the Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony. I'm Michael Driscoll, President of IUP. I would ask that you now please rise for the presentation of the colors and our national anthem sung by McKenna Conchin, a Dean's List student in the music education program. Ms. Conchin will be accompanied by the IUP Symphony Band under the direction of Dr. Zach Cheever, Associate Professor in the Department of Music.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Dr. Cheever, the IUP Symphony Band, and Ms. Conchin. The presence of friends and family is what makes occasions like this one most special. Because not all can be with us in the arena, I want to thank and welcome the families who have joined us through our webcast. We are honored today to have with us members of the IUP Council of Trustees. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Lori Kuzneski, Nathan Spade, David Osakowitz, and last but not least, our student trustee, Shagufta Haq. Thank you for all you do for IUP. You may be seated. I would like to introduce other members of the platform party who will not be speaking today. They are members of the President's Cabinet and various university leaders. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized, and then you may be seated. Ms. Abigail Hancox, past president of the Student Government Association and member of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education Board of Governors. Dr. Thomas Seeger, vice president for Student Affairs. Ms. Paula Stossel, strategic advisor to the president for Student Success. Ms. Rafina Winters, senior executive assistant to the president. Ms. Elise Glenn, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer and Title IX Coordinator. Dr. Hillary Creeley, Dean of the School of Graduate Studies and Research. Dr. Adele Riley, Interim Dean of the College of Education and Communications. Dr. Amber Ricchini, Vice Provost for Student Academic Success. Dr. Richard Muth, Director of Regional Campuses. Dr. Brian Seal, Chair of the University Senate. Dr. Kelly Hyder, Assistant Vice Provost for University Libraries. Dr. Scott Rhodes, member of the IUP Alumni Association Board of Directors. And our Grand Marshal, Dr. John Pagnucci, Distinguished University Professor and Chair of the Department of English. Thank you for serving in this role. Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming the platform party. Members of the faculty, please stand. I ask that our audience please join the platform party and graduates in expressing our gratitude for the contributions that the faculty has made to ensure the success of today's graduates. Thank you. Please be seated. When we lose members of the IUP community, we all are deeply impacted. I ask that we observe a moment of silence in memory of all members of the university community to whom we have bid farewell this year. Thank you. The student commencement speaker must reflect the highest ideals of IUP, and this morning's speaker certainly meets that criterion. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Megan Shilpa is graduating with a perfect 4.0 grade point average with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematical and Computer Sciences. At IUP, she was an officer with the IUP Cybersecurity Club and was part of several club competitions with other university cybersecurity clubs. She is a recipient of the Department of Defense Cyber Scholarship at IUP, which provides a full scholarship and stipend to students who agree to work for 1 year with the Department of Defense. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Shilpa.
Good morning, IUV. What an incredible opportunity to be able to stand up here in front of you all. All of our family, friends, faculty members, and of course, my fellow graduating class of 2024. How are we feeling this morning, everyone? Woo. Amazing. Congratulations to you all. Before I start, I would like to personally extend my thanks to a few groups of people. First, to the administration for choosing me to be today's speaker. It is truly an honor to be standing up here today. To the faculty members who continue to show us unwavering support despite the year of Zoom silence and kind of awkward black boxes. Thank you for continuing to show us support despite all of that in our years at IUP. Thank you to my friends and peers who continued to show me support, and I could not have done it without them. And lastly, to my incredibly supportive family, who was blissfully unaware that I was going to be speaking today. I apologize for the surprise on that, but I am the youngest sibling, so I think it's only a little bit fair I get to one-up my siblings at graduation. These past few weeks, I have been tasked with writing a speech that is intended to inspire you all, so when you leave here today, you're gonna have a renewed sense of confidence and camaraderie. It's a difficult task for a mere undergraduate student who, like many of us have done at some point, ended up writing this speech at 2 a.m. I thought long and hard. I even went to the one place where we've all probably gone for hoping for some grand epiphany, the Oak Grove. And with the change of weather, the Oak Grove was once again filled with life and vibrancy. This energy is what makes IUP a community for us. And while I was there, I was reminded of all the great things about this campus and everything I knew we would miss once we left here. I remembered the late night trips to Folgers with my best friends and some chicken tenders by my side to motivate me. I remember the special nights at the dining hall, and I would probably argue that Thanksgiving dinner was one of the few things that got a lot of us through the fall semester. I remembered Friday night bingo, and while I never won a single thing, I certainly tried with the rest of you all. While I stand up here, I implore you all as my fellow graduates to remember what makes IUP special to you. Look at the people sitting around you. Look at the people that are here to support you, whether physically or not. This is an opportunity that comes once, so be sure to enjoy it while you're here. This is a moment we have all been waiting for since we first stepped on campus. This moment is exciting for us, but it is also a moment that we have feared. Why is this? Well, graduating today means that we have a bigger journey ahead of us. Many of us are probably going into graduate school or PhD programs, and if we're not, we're probably going straight into the workforce in our field of study. The real world is what is waiting for us on the other side of the stage today. And while we may have some idea of what is to come, there are still many uncertainties to the future. So, there is your answer to why this journey is scary. We're not scared of the journey ahead. That's the fun part to all of this. We get to travel, get our first job, get our first car. There's many significant life moments ahead of us. No, we're not scared of any of that. We're scared of the uncertainty of what is to come, or the fear of the unknown. And I'm sure that the fear of the unknown is something that we've all felt before. We felt it when we first came to campus, especially given that many of us came in the middle of a pandemic. We felt it during the many exams that were probably worth half of our grade, or during the rush to beat the 11:59 due date. We even feel that familiar fear now, sitting here waiting impatiently to walk across the stage. However, while at IUP, we have faced adversity, made hard choices, and we've repeatedly been asked to look beyond our day-to-day and see the bigger picture. In fact, it may have been one of the first moments we were asked to make significant life decisions on our own. But after the many days and weeks and years of stress and uncertainty, we have all arrived at this moment now because we committed ourselves to bigger goals. Despite the difficulties, by sitting here today, you have proven to yourself that you are capable of conquering the fear of the unknown. So the real world that is inevitably on the other side of the stage today can't nearly be as scary as we first thought, just as was the case with college. And during my time here at IUP, there has been one lesson that pushed me to where I am now. And if you take anything from my speech, at least let it be this. Our fear of the unknown is something that we can and have beat before. So, go into the future having confidence in your own ability. In the words of a wise teacher, Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda, your mind is like water, my friend. When it is agitated, it becomes difficult to see. But if you allow it to settle, the answer becomes clear. Like this quote, do not let fear cloud your optimism towards the future. This class of 2024 is ready to look past this simple thing called fear. Walk across the stage in just a few moments, knowing that you are more than capable and ready to take on the world. Thank you, and congratulations once again to the class of 2024.
Good morning. My name is Nate Spade, member of the IUP Council of Trustees, and it is my great honor to introduce our 2024 IUP Honorary Degree recipient, Ellen Silvis Ruddick. Ellen Silvis Ruddick, retired entrepreneur, is a proud graduate and distinguished alumna of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. She is also a graduate of the Entrepreneurial Management Program at Carnegie Mellon University and MBA Certificate Program at IUP Everly College of Business. Her experience in education, sales, and business has led to numerous opportunities, achievements, and awards. She founded, operated, and sold a successful retail business and an award-winning consulting firm. She has played a leadership role in helping individuals, companies, and communities of Western Pennsylvania build consensus, develop strategic plans, and strengthen their leadership teams. Commitment to her community is evidenced in her active 40-year involvement in Downtown Indiana Incorporated and its downtown revitalization. She was the first woman elected to Indiana Borough Council and the first Athena Award recipient in Pennsylvania. She is past president of PowerLink Incorporated, a business owners advisory, past chair of the board of directors of Athena International, and past chair of Athena International Honorary Board. She proudly serves each of these organizations as Director Alumni, or Director Emerita. Ellen served 2 terms on the IUP Alumni Association Board of Directors and enjoys volunteering with IUP Advancement. Ellen has twice received the Department of the Army Outstanding Civilian Service Medal for her volunteer work with the U.S. Army Reserve's Family Readiness Program. She currently resides in Indiana with her husband, Rob. It is an honor and a privilege to recognize Ellen Ruddick for her outstanding achievements and steadfast loyalty to her alma mater.
Mrs. Ruddick, please come forward for the awarding of this degree and to deliver your address. By recommendation of the University Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of the Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, I confer upon Dr. Ellen Ruddick the degree of Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, duties, and privileges pertaining thereto. I present you with this diploma bearing the official university seal.
President Driscoll, platform dignitaries, faculty, alumni, guests, and graduates. Congratulations, graduates. I am humbled to be with you. Receiving this honorary doctorate degree of public service is an overwhelming and unexpected honor. IUP has been such an important catalyst for my entire lengthy career journey. When I graduated in 1966, January, I was just as anxious about the unknown as you are now. But I've learned there are 3 attributes common to every successful person in the world. We are goal setters, we are self-motivated, and we have a positive attitude. This I know about you. Although anxious about the unknown, with these attributes, I know you will find success. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh into a real estate and insurance family-owned business. My parents were wonderful role models and mentors to my entrepreneurial spirit. Hard work and education were everything. From an early age, my brother, Paul, my sister, and I helped maintain the apartments Dad said would put us through an affordable nearby college. Of course, I chose IUP. My folks dropped me off at Sutton Hall, and I embraced the campus, my roommates, my sorority sisters, the town of Indiana, and of course, my independence. Classes were demanding, and the business department had lofty expectations and rules to match. Some professors, however, became lifelong friends. But the best thing about my experience at IUP was meeting my husband Rod at Mack Park Swimming Pool. I was first hired that January at Penn Hills High School. It was the beginning and end of my short-lived career as a business teacher. Rod and I were married in April, and he was called to active duty. We left for Fort Lee, Virginia. A friend of my IUP student teacher supervisor in New Kensington asked me to take an emergency certificate and teach physical education and driver education at Prince George County High School in Virginia. It was 1967 when the height of the Vietnam conflict approached, the worst unknown. I was 22 years old and the only female on a plane full of soldiers departing for Vietnam. When we got to Vietnam, not a choice destination, only 3 of us did not deplane. Rod had been assigned to the Army Security Agency in Bangkok, Thailand. I don't know what I thought I was going to do, and I certainly didn't know the language. But a friend of a friend from IUP knew I was in Bangkok looking for work. My security clearance helped, and I was recruited to be the administrative assistant to the project engineer of an American joint venture. Soon I was asked to join the real estate team at the Joint U.S. Military Command, Thailand. My IUP education had prepared me with the skills and the confidence to do anything I was asked, and without hesitation. After 2.5 years, Rod and I returned to IUP while he attended graduate school. A local superintendent, IUP alumnus, called me to take a job at United High School. Again, emergency certificate, but I taught physical education for a year and then left to start our family. When our 2 sons started school, I began my first business here, a remarkably successful children's retail specialty clothing store. Great mentors and a lot of help assured me I would be doing this until I was 80. With a store full of inventory, we had to begin our 6th year. There was a fire in downtown Indiana, a fire that destroyed 2 buildings and affected 12 businesses in the 700 block of Philadelphia Street, including mine. I waited a year for that building to be rebuilt, but ended up selling the business because I was incapable of starting again from scratch. Again, facing the unknown, I was recruited by the fire chief, who also just so happened to manage the local radio stations. After 10 years of working with many successful business owners, my entrepreneurial spirit returned, and I began my second business. This time, I would invest in training and materials to help company owners and their managers with the familiar problems of management. 5 years later, that business was still struggling for growth, and I made up my mind to do something entirely different that year. Having been recognized for leadership and community service with the Athena Award, I was invited to their first national conference in Washington, D.C. It was 1994, and I left alone for the conference. But I met Barbara Moore, a successful business owner and founder of Pittsburgh PowerLink. Although initially unqualified, within a year I had my own PowerLink advisory panel. The business began to thrive with new salespeople and new sources of income and large contracts. Then Martha Mertz, founder of Athena International, invited me to a planning retreat at Wellesley Center for Women at Wellesley College, Massachusetts. This experience allowed me to introduce Athena International to Pittsburgh PowerLink. Lifelong friendships and permanent connections were formed. I was invited to join the Athena International Board of Directors and have since traveled nationally and internationally representing Athena and presenting the award in Beijing and Shanghai, China, and more recently to the 13-country Southeast Asia Women's Federation Summit. And I've had the chance many times to share a day or a dais with leaders I have admired all my life. My PowerLink advisors and many clients stayed with me for more than 12 years. Since selling my second business, Dr. Lawrence Pettit, former president of IUP, asked me to manage the Gateways to Opportunity capital campaign. When the campaign ended successfully, Dr. Robert Camp, former dean of Eberly College of Business, convinced me to reinstate and direct the Center for Family Business. Every career step has been a rewarding experience helping people. Many decades of volunteering with the U.S. Army, my church, my downtown, and my alma mater have given me insight into many ways to help my country, my community, and especially IUP. The opportunities are endless. The anxiousness and the unknown are always there. Just like you, I'll set goals for the next decade and work on my self-motivation and my positive attitude. Excuse me. I am most grateful to my husband, Rod, who has supported me lovingly and extraordinarily through all my efforts. Our sons, Dana and Darren, my brother, Paul, my family and extended family have been my constant cheerleaders. I love you. Thank you, Jen, and everyone involved in this nomination and selection process. Thank you, Dr. Driscoll, for your outstanding vision and leadership of IUP. I love my alma mater and the IUP Alumni Network that has worked so well for me. I will forever cherish this honorary doctorate degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ruddick, and congratulations. We can clap again. Later today, we will have another honorary degree recipient who unfortunately cannot be with us this morning. We are deeply honored to have Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro attending our undergraduate ceremony this afternoon. He will be the first since Governor Dick Thornburgh, who was presented with an honorary degree in 1983. Governor Shapiro is a steadfast supporter of higher education, recognizing its pivotal role in shaping the future of the Commonwealth. His dedication to access and affordability while championing initiatives that promote academic excellence has left an indelible mark on the entire educational landscape of our state. While we regret he cannot be with us in person, we are honored by his continued support and eagerly anticipate the opportunity to continue working together toward our shared goals. Let's give him a round of applause. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our 2023-24 Distinguished University Professor, Dr. Ben Ford.
If this isn't nice, what is? I want everybody to just take a moment, let this all soak in. Let it just kind of roll through your body. You only get to do this once, and you should enjoy it. And also, when we're done here, don't forget to hug your loved ones who supported you. So my brief for this speech is to contextualize what you've accomplished in the last few years and to say something that some of you might find meaningful and hopefully carry forward with you as you go forth to do wonderful things, all in under 5 minutes. So my only chance of doing that is to focus on what I sort of know, which is anthropology and archaeology. The last time that I sat anywhere near where you folks are today, I received a piece of paper, a diploma, that said I was a nautical archaeologist. And what that means is that left to my own devices, I record and interpret shipwrecks to try and figure out how past peoples adapted to their environment, how they dealt with adversity, and how they ushered into existence the modern economy. That also means that I often park a small modern boat above a much larger ship that sank. So myself, I'm a public school kid from the dry side of Ohio, and a couple of undergraduates and an old man named Tim. We take this small boat and we moor it above the remains of this larger ship that was cutting edge at its time and that was crewed by professional sailors. But it still sank at that same spot that we are now parked. And we say to ourselves, this will be fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. That is hubris. That is excessive self-confidence. That is the same thing that got Icarus into trouble when he flew too close to the sun. That is also how things get done, though. That is how you learn new things and use that knowledge to improve the lot of your fellow humans. You believe that you can, you make a plan to mitigate the risks, but there are still risks. Like Icarus, I don't believe that you can fly on wings of wax and feathers, but I do believe that you can cheat death to learn something new and better the world. I also believe in your ability to change that world. Change is hard, but all change comes from the people. Even single leaders develop their ideas through what they read, who they talk to, and through their experiences with other humans. More often, though, change comes from groups of people. I think of culture, of society, as a box. We are all marbles in that box, banging around. The box is the rules, the beliefs, etc., that frame our society. Sometimes enough marbles hit one side of the box to shift it in a particular direction. That's change in our society. Some of the marbles in the box have more mass than others. They push a little bit harder than the other marbles. Many of those more massive marbles are you, college graduates. Still, less than half of Americans have earned a college degree. And so with that additional power, the additional weight that you bring to move the box, also comes responsibility. You have to take an active role in your community, research things that you don't understand, and always practice the platinum rule. Many of you are familiar with the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The platinum rule, though, calls you to do unto others as they would want to be done unto them. Act towards others as they would want, not as you would want. The platinum rule decenters you. It forces you to practice empathy. It forces you to respect the wishes and beliefs of others in exactly the same way that you would hope that they would respect yours. In the last few years of doing archaeology with students here at IUP, We've looked at sites, archaeological sites associated with 18th century Scots-Irish, with formerly enslaved African Americans, and with indigenous peoples. I would never pretend to see the world through the eyes of those peoples, but we have to try to see the world through their eyes if we're going to interpret their lives and understand how those lives, our shared history, created the world that we live in today. That sort of humility is necessary to learn from the past, but it's also useful in functioning in the modern world. Decentering yourself in your world has its advantages. One of the advantages is that it helps you adapt to changing situations. It's the cultural equivalent of having your head on a swivel. It also helps you recognize and develop your networks. I have no doubt that some of you had much tougher roads to get here today than others, and I am personally very, very glad that you stuck with it and that you're here. But all of you benefited from networks. Someone kept you alive in the early years. You studied with someone. Someone gave you a chance at work. You all know your personal examples. With a college degree, you now, or will very soon, have the opportunity to support others in that network, to mentor someone at work, to use your story to inspire someone, maybe to donate to IUP. Whatever the rest of your path holds, however, I want you to walk it with kindness and dignity, and don't forget to hug your loved ones. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ford. I'm Lara Lutke-Hans, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it's my privilege to congratulate each of you today. A college degree is an investment and a great achievement. And as with all things of great value, earning your degree required vision, dedication, great effort, and sacrifice, and we are so very, very proud of you. Your degree from IUP shows the world that you set and met your educational goals and that you are able and ready to do great things. The world needs IUP graduates. We have high expectations of you, but we know that you will not only meet them, but will exceed them. It's just what Crimson Hawks do. While your successes will be your own, your achievements will reflect brightly on IUP. Thank you in advance for bringing honor and pride to your alma mater now and in the future. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I urge you to continue to keep raising the bar of your own expectations. When you encourage yourself, when you challenge yourself to do better, to be more mindful, to be more creative, you will be challenging everyone around you to achieve more. That's teamwork and leadership at its best. I wish you great personal and professional success. Before we confer degrees, I invite this assembly to join me in paying tribute to students who are graduating with honors. Baccalaureate graduates whose academic records have qualified them for Latin honors are wearing medallions in recognition of their achievement. So let me first recognize our cum laude graduates. Please stand to be recognized. Cum laude. Congratulations, you may be seated. Next, our magna cum laude graduates. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you, you may be seated. And finally, our summa cum laude graduates, please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. On behalf of our university community, I congratulate all of you on your outstanding performance. Now, will the graduates of the Cook Honors College and our departmental honors programs please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. All right, so I can feel the excitement rising. We're getting closer. And I remember how excited I was when I received my first degree, and my family was even more excited. And I come from a pretty big, loud Italian family. And so I know all of you in the audience are excited to see your graduates cross the stage. So we're going to try to get a little of this energy out of our system before, so that when our graduates are crossing the stage, each family will be able to hear their graduate's name. So I'll count to 3, and we'll show our graduates just how excited and proud we are for them. Are you ready? All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Yeah. There we go, yeah. All right. Well, I think that was, it's pretty good. I can still feel it inside you, but I don't know that that was loud enough. What do you think, Dr. Driscoll? One more time? Over here. We need to hear from over here. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. There it is. All right. Well, I hope our graduates are feeling the love. I think that was really pretty good. One more time. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. That's excellent. 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 All right. Well, I think we're ready to call our graduates forward, and we, again, ask you to be respectful as each individual crosses. So now it is my pleasure to introduce each of the college deans for the presentation of the candidates for conferral of degrees. I'll begin with asking Dr. Lynanne Black, Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, to come forward and present the candidates from her college.
I'm Lynanne Black, Interim Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Education, please rise. President Driscoll, I have the honor to present the candidates for these degrees in the academic disciplines in the College of Health and Human Services.
Thank you, Dean Black. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on the recommendation of the faculty and your dean, and subject to the completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree of Associate of Applied Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Science in Education as earned. You may move your tassel to the left side. Please come forward to receive your diploma, and you may be seated till the marshal releases your robe.
Katie Saskia Graydon. Lydia Vlahu. Taylor Ackerman. Emily Akers. Muhammad Al-Jubran. Asha'a Ahmed Aldasare. Deja Janae Alexander. Muhammad Al-Harbi. Muhammad Manawir Al-Mutare. Abdullah Al-Nakil. Ziyad Hasham Al-Sadah. Nahar Alter Fawi. Riham Nahar Altar Fawi. Suhaib Al-Yahya. Lawrence R. Anderson, Jr. Natalie Angji Meyer. Tori Ashba. Katerina Altari. Samantha Bainey. Alexander Paul Barron. Andrew Bartosevich. Ulana Bates. Kathleen Cordelia Bates. Kiara Bachman. Adalia Beer. Alexis Bentz. Shay Bridget Bennett. Kelsey Groom Bensinger. Vanessa Berlin. Abigail Berthold. Arabo Bay. Alex Bigendi. Alexander Blake. Deja Blanks. Cole Bluebaugh. Jamaria Bolden. Patricia Boretz. Shakisha Bradley. Aletha Joy Brewer. McKenna Ashlyn Broshai. Kyle Brooks. Molly Brooks. Isabella Renee Boosie. Skylar Bombarger. Madeline Rose Banofsky. Kirsten Boussard. Mackenzie Bazinski. Shaylin Buzzard. Nicholas Bird. Rory Ann Cahill. Sophie Caparelli. Lake Caputo. Sherry Ann Carpenter. Kimberly Carpentieri. Justina Grace Catapane. Shelby Cessna. Chanel Charles. Gracie Cherafisi Rinky. Kaylee Sima Linsuma. Sima. Isabel Louise Clayton. Jenna Rose Clayton. Jenna Coffey. Emma Coles. Emily Constable. Riley Rose Cook. Channing May Coons. Joseph Coricelli. Ashley Cotter. Kaylee Cronin. Claudia Angelica Cross. Lauren Croyle. Charlize Quadrado. Josephine Quateri. Holly Marie Dam. Allison Daniels. Claire Frances Daniels. Jaquila Ann Davis. Kayla Dawes. Rachel Dennis. Sierra Diaz. Isaiah Dittig. Aiden Dresmich. Jacob Drexer. Emily Lynn Duncan. Olivia Durand. Autumn Regina Eckley. Bryce Edmiston. Jacob Edwards. Morgan England. Abigail Erisman. Parker Finella. John Michael Finelli. Elizabeth Fayomi. Emily Fensel. Hannah Fisher. Dale Fleck. Bailey Flowerdew. Carly Fordham. Madison Victoria Franklin. Ashley Franks. Caitlin Mackenzie Frazier. Melanie French. Olivia Frierson. Casey Ann Frock. Mia Fry. Jillian Ann Osborne. Casey Fullerton. Alexis Joanna Gallopo. Catherine Lynn Gapen. Stephanie Getz. Camille Gibbons. Rachel Mary Glunt. Gia Desiree Gomez. Karina Gonzalez Flores. Sydney Greitz. Megan Grill. Emma Grogan. Shane Grosick. Fatmata Elizabeth Haba. Ashley Haberman. Emma Hafner. Shelby Harnish. Taylor Harper. Emily Jo Harris. Giovanna Harris. Kylie Hayes. Zoe Haynes. George Hazard. Daisy Elizabeth Hurd. Kara Heim. Isaac Helsel. Brianna Hernandez. Avery Camille Haywood. Caden Heilman. Rachel Renee Holtz. Paul Anthony Hope. Madeline Grace Hosey. McKenna Hoyman. Gianna Hughes. Charles Ingram III. Sarah Eisenberg. LaShawn Jenkins. Danica Johnson. Sophia Simpson. Mackenzie Johnston. Ashley Kane. Phoebe Karras. Evan Kartsotis. Isabel Keitzer. Faith Ann Kennedy. Jaden Marie Kibler. Grace Kierskowski. Kate Elizabeth Kilcoln. Kayla Marie Kishlock. William Klein. Paige Klinger. Sierra Dawn Knapp. Kelsey Nepper. Brady Codman. Evan Kaczynski. Angela Kriebel. Katarina Krug. Riley Kugler. Nathan Kuntz. Brianna Curis. Jaden Lang. Chad Layton. Haley Amber Lee. Garte Sylvester Lewis. Brooke Lieb. Alyssa Rose Lingo. Leah Lorish. Seth Loeffner. Cassidy Love. Kara Lucas. Hannah Lupinetti. Mia Amatuzio Matas. Hassan Magfree. Justin Ray Magnetti. Maya Noel Mancini. Iviana Marnisha. Aviana Martinishin. Camilla Maskell. Andrew Sean McCann. Jade Angel McClellan. Haley McCunn. Madison Renee McDowell. Ian McGee. Nike McGlynn. Benjamin McKay. Elena Lee McMaster. Morgan McNaught. Cooper Mehall. Hannah Merriman. Caitlin May Miller. Sadia Gibbons Ramsey. Emily Montag. Darcy Mossholder. Elizabeth Mosey. Mujawimana Clements. Allison Myers. Madison Elizabeth Myers. Siani Nashe Nash. Skylar Jan Nevertell. Sarah Oberdorf. Logan O'Brien. Joshua Oler. Rachel Alexandra Underko. Emma Christine Ott. Anna Packard. Christopher Michael Pallarino. Kaylee Dean Palmer. Jordan Payon. Sydney Morgan Patras. Jocelyn Person. Chloe Peterson. Lauren Powers. Riley Prue. Amanda Purnell. Alexa Jolie Ramirez. Amanda Rapp. Emily Reddick. Joseph Emilio Reed. Sarah Rustle. Nick Reynolds. Alexis Nicole Richardson. Alexandria Rodemoyer. Malik Roper. Ashley Rose. Veronica Elizabeth Rose. Caitlin Marie Rosenberger. Finn Eli Rundle. Deja Rushton. Kai Cal Sager. Emily Soreo. Shannon Marie Siders. Madison Scott. Sierra Schwartz. Mia Schultz. Kaylee Margaret Schubert. Hannah Schmader. Rachel Lynn Schemp. Abigail Elizabeth Saver. Richard Santiago Espinal. Taylor Smallwood. Reagan Smallwood. Hannah Lee Simmons. Jared Simmers. Stone Sugarts. Allison Grace Shire. Hannah Schick. Justin Eugene Shepard. Daniel J. Shakely. Madison Shaffron. Logan Grace Smetana. Larissa Snyder. Kelsey Snyder. Sarah Solar. Sierra Marie Sonnenberg. Anaya Tisea Sade Teisinger. Chevelle Spencer. Emily Spezzaletti. Kaylee St. Pierre. Michaela Lee Stafford. Jared Stahl. Jenna Renee Stancombe. Kristen Stein. Brianna Stryer. Kirsten Strong. Tyler Swanson. Drake Charles Seipolt. Gabrielle Drislecki. Madison Temple. April Terrell. Chloe Thoricht. Isaac Thomas. Aaliyah Grace Tillotson. Felicia Rush. Lainey Moon Jocelyn Todd. Bianca Brianna Tracy. Alexis Trask. Kayla Traup. Madison Nicole Twaddell. Jason Chum Berima. Natalie Barbara Ubanik. Ashley Vale. Mackenzie Carol Ververga. Dalton Voynick. Catherine Olivia Wakob. Zaina Wagner. Taylor Rochelle Ward. Kelsey Watt. Madison Christine Weekland. Melissa Nicole Weaver. Garrett Wyke. Jaden Ashley Wetzel. Dorian Woody. Emily Catherine Wright. Andrea Yems. Stephen Zablodoyski. Lillian Zeminski. Emily Zerfos. Erica Jackson. Austin Young. Kaya Zungri. Kayla Jones. Fabian Naguna. Austin Will. Lily Zofel. Delaney Elizabeth Zilla. Haley Warzel. Is no place to put these.
Well, let's hear it for our graduates of the College of Health and Human Services. Daniel Burkett, Dean's Associate in the Koptic College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, please present the candidates from your college.
Good morning. I'm Dan Burkett, Dean's Associate for the Coptic College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, please stand. There we go. President Driscoll, I have the honor to present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the academic disciplines in the Coptic College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics.
Thank you, Dr. Burkett. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on the recommendation of the faculty and your dean, and subject to the completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Education as earned. You may move your tassel to the left. Please come forward to receive your diploma, and graduates, you may be seated till the marshal releases your robe.
Nana Adusapoku. Dakota Lynn Alborn. Abdulia Ahozan. Fahad Al-Sunai. Stefania Tonik Alagnostu. Ian Anderson. Elizabeth Arbister. Matthew Arentz. Olivia Arnold. Zachary Baker. Rachel Blackburn. Dylan Bloom. Selena Blau. Miranda Bordicia. Hannah Boris. Molly Ann Butler. Heather Christine Cable. Lindsay Cagnina. Kelly Campbell. Lily Carone. And Tabasing Sarah Carroll. Brooke Elizabeth Christian. Elijah Clevenger. Kara Calandria. Philip Andrew Colin. Sebastian Colinier. Hannah Condon. Matthew Conrad. Alec Capola. Michael Kosnick. Jonah Coy. Logan Kramer. Olivia Krunick. James Cunard. Liam DeAngelis. David Joseph de Blasio. Jordan Delatry. Sierra Mae Dinger. Vincent Emery III. Brandon Michael Faber. Mohammed Saud Farhan. Sierra Farrington. Dylan Fedorko. Hillary Fernandez. Amanda Fisher. Jordan Elizabeth Fisher. Mark Flecker. Rachel Catherine Flynn. Elliot James Fertushnik. Lane Garber. Jonathan Gearhart. Gabriel White Gillen. Eric Goins. Kira Gongloff. Ariana Goodyear. Kaylin Gould. Aiden Griffin. Caitlin Griffith. Julia Harvey. Blake Hendricks. Paige Hill. Alyssa Hickson. Malcolm Holden. Nico Horst. Paige Housley. Ryan Hunt. Sydney Hunter. Gavin James. Alexander Johnson. Curtis Johnson. Samuel Kaufman. Gregory Kenning. Austin Capus. Jenna Kraut. Caleb Cruis. Benjamin Edward Lawton. Laura Lehman. Zachary Letzo. Hector Linares. Sophia Maloney. Evelyn Wesley Martin. Hope Macio. Madison Mayen. Tyler McCandless. Graham Michael McFarland. Michael McGrath. Bradley McCoskey. David McLean. Cleo McMahon. Ebony Jaden McRaven Breedlove. Kara Meyer. Narian Meyer. Lainey Monroe. Andrew Richard Moyer. Brandon Murphy. Mark Muslin. Samuel Donald Naisner. Rachel Nesgoda. Lexi Joyce Newton. Khalil Nobles. Kai Novotny. Andrew Achobi. Cullen Patrick O'Dowd. Kyle James Oshenick. Michaela Pake. Tyson Plummer. Amir Poole. Benjamin Porowski. Mitchell Posney. Malia Quarles. Michaela Rankin. Benjamin Reno. Sarah Rhine. Jacob Richards. Brody Misco Rife. Samuel Rocco. Christopher Manuel Rosa. Rhiannon Rutkowski. Bryce Alexander Salyers. Ethan Lee Sanchez. Kylie Souse. Megan Shilp. James Owen Sear. Eric Sensabaugh. Kyla May Shingleton. Marissa Satara Simmons. Asher Isaiah Skiles. Miranda Lee Stiles. Noah Soley. Haley Tate. Relasia Triplet. Hakeem Jabir Turner, Jr. Jacob Urban. Thomas Valchukis. Ethan Vandermeer. Sean Michael Vashi. Stephanie Villacana Ramirez. Sierra Walker. Kamir Walton. Andrew Weaver. Skylar Rowan Wilson. Carol Elizabeth Woods. Isaac Wortman. Telford Stephen Yasinich. Aaron Lynn. Brandon Zazak. Brennan Ziadi. Daniel Zombek. Kristen Zarenko. Emma Zuzek. Marcus Myers. Patricia Brown.
Congratulations to the graduates of the Koptic College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. And how about one more round of applause for all of our graduates this morning?
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Eric Steffens, Chair of the Department of Military Science. At this time, would the following cadets please come forward? Carly Fordham, Olivia Frierson, Mackenzie Johnston, Chloe Peterson, Nick Reynolds, Jason Chumberima, David McLean, Ebene McCravian Breedlove, and Sean Vassy. President Driscoll, it's my honor to present these cadets for military commissioning.
Lieutenant Colonel Steffens, as these cadets have completed all the requirements for a military commission and have just received their baccalaureate degrees, you are hereby authorized to administer the oath of office.
Cadets, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, David Eric McLean.
Having been appointed an officer.
Having been appointed an officer.
In the Army of the United States.
In the Army of the United States.
In the grade of Second Lieutenant.
In the grade of Second Lieutenant.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend.
That I will support and defend.
The Constitution of the United States of America.
The Constitution of the United States of America.
Against all enemies.
Against all enemies.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
without any mental reservations
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
or that I will and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest lieutenants of the United States Army.
My script suggests that I should offer my congratulations to our new lieutenants on behalf of the university community, but I think you've already managed that quite well yourselves. So, lieutenants, accept my thanks and congratulations. And I would now like all students and members of the audience who are military veterans or currently serving in the military to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service.
It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Benjamin Lawton to present the senior class gift. Mr. Lawton received a Bachelor of Science degree in Mathematics Actuary Science. Mr. Lawton is the recipient of the IUP Scholarship for Creating Opportunities for Applying Mathematics, and has been a student worker in the Office of Alumni and Constituent Engagement.
Thank you, Dr. Lucatans. The senior class gift is an important tradition that IUP students have cherished since 1888. The purpose of the senior class gift is to support the students who will follow in our footsteps and give them the resources they need for a fruitful education and provide opportunities that allow them to flourish at IUP and in their chosen field of study. In the recent years, the IUP Senior Class Gift Projects include the Grant Street Park and the IUP Food Pantry. With the help of notable donors like Terry Serafini and Colonel Stephen Abel, who match student gifts, we have successfully increased student participation for these projects. This year, Colonel Stephen Abel has been so kind as to match these gifts that my fellow students and I have made, totaling an additional $5,000 for student giving. Today, the graduates wearing the crimson and gray philanthropy cords are the seniors who have decided to make their impact before their departure from IUP. While this may be the end of our journey as IUP students, it won't be the end of our legacy at this university. With the gifts that our class has made to the IUP Food Pantry, IUP Student General Scholarship Fund, the Student Assistant Fund, and various other designations, we will provide future and current IUP students with more scholarships, resources, and most importantly, opportunities to be successful. Thank you for your gift, class of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Lawton, and the members of the class of 2024 for making this worthy investment. And now it's my honor to introduce Ms. Leslie Purser, President of the IUP Alumni Association Board of Directors, to welcome our new graduates into the association.
Thank you, ma'am. To the class of 2024, congratulations. You did it. Let me be the first to say, welcome, alumni. You now join more than 150,000 IUP alumni living around the globe. You are joining the ranks of college presidents, CEOs of large corporations, owners of small businesses, inventors, scientists, educators, award-winning artists and musicians, Army generals, and experts caring for people's health, well-being, families, and community. Our alumni are making an impact around the world. Although we may have attended IUP in different years, okay, different centuries, I would argue that our experiences are very similar. We all hung out with the squirrels in the oak grove, enjoyed some Romeo's pizza with ranch, spent a few late nights studying for finals at the library, although we weren't allowed to have coffee in the library back then. And of course, trudged through the snow and rain, uphill, both ways. Those memories will last a lifetime. As you go off into the world, remember that those experiences shaped you, and you will share those stories at alumni gatherings, dinners, with college roommates, and anywhere you find fellow alumni into the future. And when you get emails from us about upcoming activities, or you receive our newsletters talking about your alma mater, take a moment and review them. Your alumni office and association are here for you. Connect with us at work, in the neighborhood, at homecoming, or at networking events. The Alumni Association has provided you with a small token on your chairs today, the IUP flag. It's a perfect size to take with you when you travel to your next destination, whether that's work or vacation. Use the QR code to send photos of yourself with your flag to be featured in alumni social channels. So now, we need to get a photo of our new alumni in the audience. On the count of 3, wave your flags high in the air, and I'll turn around and we'll get a selfie. 1, 2, 3. Take your IUP flag wherever you go and show us where you land. To you, my fellow alumni, be amazing, be fearless, be honorable, and be courageous. And as you set the world on fire, let everyone know that you are a proud alumnus of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Welcome to the family. We are IUP proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, General Purser. We are now at the point in the ceremony when the graduates have the opportunity to pay tribute to those people who helped make this moment a reality for them. Would the parents, spouses, children, other family members, sponsors, and friends of our graduates please stand so that the graduates may show their appreciation with a round of applause. You may be seated. I would like to offer special thanks to all who participated in the ceremony and the many people behind the scenes and those working in video and sound production to allow friends and family members to view from locations all over the world. Also, I extend my gratitude to the ROTC Color Guard. Thank you. I would now ask that you please rise for the alma mater and the retiring of the colors. The alma mater is performed by the Symphony Orchestra and will be led by Ms. Conchin. Please remain in your place until the platform party has recessed and your row is dismissed. Thank you.